Hello grade 11 students, welcome back and a new English lesson. Our lesson today is reading The Coral Island Part 2. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to scan the text for specific information, elicit the different uses of the past simple tense through different situations, identify different adjectives that describe certain nouns and situations. Dear students, now it's time to remember the story of the previous lesson. Let's go. Dear students, in order to remember what happened in the story from the previous lesson, now put the events from the extract in the correct order. Here we have some sentences that are telling the story in brief. So, what you simply need to do is pause the video for some time, go through the sentences, read them well. After that, put them in order as they happened in the story. After that, play the video again in order to check your answer. So, again, read the sentences well, put them in the correct order. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, here we come again. Now let's check the answers. Number 1. Very good. I was only 15 when I had my first sea trip against my father's well. Number 2. Excellent. The trip was peaceful till we sailed in deep waters. Number 3. Good job. The coral island appeared like a paradise on earth. Number 4. Very good. Huge violent waves beat the ship as we entered the tropics. Number 5. Excellent. The only hope was to lower the boat into the sea and row to the shore. And the last one. Very good. Finally, an enormous wave hit the ship that hit the coral reef, and some of the crew fell into the ocean. Very good. Now please open a student's book, page 45, exercise D. Read the extract again and do the activities that follow. Number 1. Choose the option that best indicates the purpose of the text. Dear students, when we come to the word purpose, that means the reason, when you are asked about the purpose of the text or the reason behind writing the text, you should put in mind that every writer wants to be clear with the readers from the very beginning, and he or she wants to give the reason or the purpose from the early lines. So, in order to get the purpose of the text, you should read the introduction well. If we go through the lines of the introduction here, we can notice some keywords that are going to lead to the answer. Here we have the word adventurers and we have the word adventures. So, from the very beginning, the writer attracts the attention of the readers that he is going to write something about an adventure. So, the correct answer is excellent. Letter D. The purpose of the text is to entertain the reader with an account of a sea adventure. Excellent. Good job. Dear students, here we come to exercise 2. Read the following statements and take the ones that apply to the text. Letter A. The writer uses mainly present tenses. Letter B. The writer makes use of direct speech. Letter C. The writer refers to the events in the order in which they occurred. Letter D. The writer tells the story using the third person, he, she, it, or they. Letter E. The writer presents the information in an impersonal, factual way. Letter F. The writer uses descriptive language in the form of adjectives and adverbs. Please pause the video for some time, get your answers ready. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, now it's time to check the answers. Letter A. The writer uses mainly present tenses. Is it correct? Excellent. No, the writer didn't use present tenses because he was telling the story that happened in the past, so he used past tenses. Excellent. Letter B. The writer makes use of direct speech. What do you think? Let's check the context. Here we can find out the answer. The ship is going to hit the reef, shouted Jack. And here we can find out that the writer makes use of direct speech. Good. Letter C. The writer refers to events in the order in which they occurred. In other words, the writer put the events in the correct order. Let's check from the content for the most part. Then he used when, then weeks later. So it seems that the writer puts the events in order. Excellent. Letter D. Does the writer tell the story using the third person, he, she, it, or they? What do you think? No, excellent, because all the time the writer was using the first person, I, and we. Excellent. Letter E. The writer presents the information in an impersonal, factual way. Is it correct? No, because the writer was telling a story, so he kept on the narrative technique. Excellent. Let's come to the last one, letter F. Does the writer use descriptive language in the form of adjectives and adverbs? Let's check from the content. Yes. When he was talking about his dad, he said, my father, who was a very strict and stubborn. So he used two adjectives. So the writer uses descriptive language in the form of adjectives and adverbs. Excellent. Good job. Now open student's book, page 45, exercise E. Exercise E. Read the sentences taken from the extract on the previous page. Choose the point A to D that best describes how the tense in each sentence is being used. In other words, you need to read the sentences 1 to 4. Read them well. After that, read the descriptions A to D. Then, write the correct letter in front of the suitable sentence from 1 to 4. Dear students, please pause the video for some time, get your answers ready. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, now it's time to check the answers. Number 1. I was born into a family of adventurers. My father, grandfather, and great-grandfather were all sea captains who devoted their lives to exploring distant places. So, which description have you given to sentence number 1? Excellent, letter D, because it indicates completed actions in the past. Very good. Number 2. He always made jokes and had a story to tell. So, which description have you given to number 2? Very good. Past habits or repeated actions in the past. Excellent. Number 3. A few weeks later, we were sailing on the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean. Which description did you give to sentence number 3? Excellent. Letter A. Temporary past state or actions. And the last one, Jack, Peter Kane, and I grabbed hold of an oar and dived into the water. Very good. It's letter B. Completed actions that happened one after the other in the past. Excellent. Dear students, now open a student's book, page 45, exercise F. Dear students, before having the task, let's ask this question. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that tells us more about a noun. It describes or modifies a noun. So, in other words, it adds to the noun. It gives more description. So, the big dog was hungry. So, here we have two adjectives in bold, big and hungry, and both of the adjectives modify the noun dog. Let's have some examples. An adjective often comes before a noun. A green car, a dark sky, an interesting story. So green, dark, and interesting are three adjectives. They are modifying these three nouns, car, sky, and story. And sometimes the adjective comes after a verb, as in these examples. My car is green. So here is green, the adjective, comes after is. The sky became dark. Here is dark, came after became. And here the story seemed interesting. So interesting came after seemed. Okay. Exercise F. Find the adjectives the writer uses in the text to describe the nouns or situations. Here are the nouns and situations, and here is paragraph 2. Read the paragraph well. Try to get the correct adjectives and write them in front of the nouns or situations up there. So, now please pause the video for some time. Get your answers ready, then play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, now it's time to check the answers. Ralph's father was described to be excellent, strict, and stubborn. On leaving his parents and home, Ralph felt very good, sad, anxious. Number 3, the adventures that lay ahead were excited and he was proud. Very good. Here are the nouns and situations, and here is paragraph 3, as we did with paragraph 2. Read paragraph 3, try to get the correct adjectives and write them in front of the nouns or situations. Pause the video, get your answers ready, then play the video again. Now, let's check the answers. Jack in paragraph 3 was very good, strong, young, well-educated, and fearless. Peter Ken was described to be excellent, optimistic, amusing, fun-loving, 14-year-old. Here is the nouns and situations, and here is paragraph 4 and paragraph 5. Please get your answers ready and let's check the answers. Okay. Number 7. He mentioned that the beaches were very good, stunning, and white, and the waves in paragraph 5 were described to be excellent, huge, and violent. Excellent. Dear students, at the end of our lesson, here are some useful reading websites. Try to make use of them. Dear students, at the end of our lesson, thank you very much for watching. Till we meet again, wish you all the best. Thank you and goodbye.